Couple of things here on the computer. I was toying around with the Streamlabs setup and wanted to try to do some things using that one, and they did not take the way I expected them to at that point. So now I'm back over to the Stream Elements using OBS, which is fine. There was a few different things that you can do with Streamlabs that I wanted to check out, but I'll have to mess with that actually later. But hopefully you guys are all set for a nice Tuesday evening. Hopefully first 2 days of the work week have been worked through, so almost at hump day tomorrow. What is going on, Coach? Cheers, my friend. USA 3 times. There you go. Cheers, Craig, brother. What's going on? Camp Beer Reviews over there in the UK. And then, of course, Erie becoming quickly a number one fan here. Welcome, Erie. Cheers. And so I'm actually getting ready to go over to the Eclectic Beers channel here at 9 o'clock Eastern, so we can do the college sports talk. So make sure if you guys are into college sports, you do check that out, and you can actually jump over to the Eclectic Beard when I go there. And a great channel to follow for a whole bunch of different reasons. But before I do so, wanted to wet the whistle, so to speak. So ended up wanting to check out a beer that I picked up a while ago. I put a thing out there, see anybody want anything special for me to do. Didn't get really too much, so I said, you know what? I forgot I had this one in the fridge, and it is one that I was looking forward to trying. This is fruit and hops on the bottom, and let me switch it to the other cam so it'll come in a little clearer, so you can see that right there. And this is actually a collaboration beer that is done by Stillwater Artisanal and Hoof Brewing. And if you say it fast enough, you'll get the inside play of the joke of the Hoof Brewing. So yeah, 6% ABV, date on the can, which is always nice. A rotationally hopped sour India Pale Ale with strawberry, banana, milk, sugar, yogurt, and vanilla extract. So sour IPAs are something I thought would catch on a little bit more for some of the breweries where you don't see them as much. So some of the ones I've had I've actually enjoyed. So looking forward to seeing how this one actually does taste. That eclectic beard is looking nice looking fella. I gotta shave off some of the sides here at some point to get it back to the goatee. So yeah, when you get to work from home, you don't have to shave as much, which is also great as well. Hey Vanessa, cheers and welcome. And then Vanessa, hopefully everything went well for sure, as Erie said, from everything that you went with yesterday. And everything was good to go. Just said it fast, but still don't get it. Who farted? You don't get the who farted. It's definitely a high school, maybe even grade school kind of joke in there, but it is what it is. A lot of times, men will be boys. I'm sure the ladies would agree to that. So let's go to pour this baby into the glass. I'm getting a pretty nice aroma already coming off of it, though, from the pour. Of course, break out the nice IPA glass for this one here. And if you didn't see the can and you just got in, here's another look at it. Good little banana. It's got a little bit of a Rick and Morty type feel in the artwork, I think. So, which people got me into watching Rick and Morty that I check out once in a while, which is some funny jokes on there. But he came out with about a 2 finger head or about a finger and a half, but it's already dissipated down to about a half finger. But you're getting nice tones of the sour coming off of the beer. Really get a nice play of the fruit. I'm getting a nice tropical citrus feel, some tartness in there. That kind of candy tart sweetness. But you also have that sourness, it's going to hit you in the back end, might have you pucker up a little bit. But very aromatic, so I am liking what I'm smelling there. The test was in the machine for 2 hours. They said they did 3 tests all at once. Well, that's good. They did all at once then, so that was probably the quickest they could probably go. Feel like a sardine in a can minus the oil wasn't that thing. A lot of people kind of get thrown off when they're in an MRI machine. For me, I don't know, I guess I just laid there. Maybe not in there long enough that it actually gets to bother me. So I kind of just lay there. Sometimes if you leave me alone enough, I'll fall asleep. I'll fall asleep at the dentist though, which is kind of crazy because some people freak out at the dentist. I'm comfortable at the dentist. Hey, what's happening, Trish? Cheers. I've seen this at my beer store, right? Yeah, this is the first time I saw it a while back when I ain't gotten it. But two good breweries, Hoof Hearted and Stillwater Artisanal. To get the taste while I'm thinking about it now. And cheers to Al and Eclectic Beer. Like I said, hit those dots next to his name. That way you can join us at 9 over on his channel for the sports talk. Oh, that's pretty puckering. I mean, that's like sour candy puckering right there. Wow, super astringent. Definitely got the flavor though. I'm trying to think what candy it reminds me of from back in the day, but you're definitely feeling it. You get that tropical citrusy feel on the taste as well. Carbonation is turned up on this one, so you do feel some of the bubble action in play. Body wise, it's a nice medium beer. Man, it's almost like when you're drinking, it's like you're chugging a soda. You definitely take a few good swallows. You want to burp after drinking it. It's got a little bit of that seltzery type feel to it as well. Kind of like some of the flavored seltzers. So for you people that like the seltzers, you might dig that part of it with this beer. But it does go down, I wouldn't say easily, but it's not really easily unless you're a person that likes that sour type feel, tart feel. I think for some people, this will definitely be a little more overpowering than what they may want to expect in this style. But if you were one of those kids that love that sour type candy you would get, you would definitely dig this one. Nice presence of the flavor. Overall, for a sour type ale, I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. I don't think I would want like a 4 pack of these. If I had one in between, I'd probably be okay with it, but a little bit more tart for what I would want here. You do have a little bit of a bitterness in there as well, being an IPA. But really, the tartness is the big thing you have to deal with on this one. Check some of the comments here. And Alan, Eclectic Beard, cheers, chat. Have not sampled sours yet. I would definitely say give it a go, Vanessa, if you kind of like some sour type things. They do differ. You can get one sour like different styles, and it could be a put off to you. You might want to try a couple of different ones just to make sure. I know some people that have been that way, and give you an example. I know a lot of people that don't like usually IPAs, and then they had a Two Hearted Ale, and they actually like that one. So don't let one be your full sample, and I would definitely try a few. One of the things I like about one of our breweries here, Urban Artifact, they actually, when you go to the brewery, they give you kind of liquids you can put into the beer to help you cut down the sour tart effect, which is pretty neat. So you can almost customize it to your palate. And Alan had asked if that's how everything went with the MRA, if everything was okay, and told them that the head holding frame was like the Mandalorian's helmet, and why why the curling gas, no Baby Yoda picture. 2 hours is a long time, Erie said. Hey, what's happening, Monica? Cheers. Good to see you. It was great connecting with you. And I am going to be checking out some of your videos as well. I just been kind of running around work and everything like that. So you're at work mostly listening. Always appreciate that. It's funny. I was at work earlier, listening for a bit on Blake and Allen doing the B&A show earlier today. I was cracking up watching those guys as well, and yeah, I was like, I get a lot of people that are at work, and I listen to people. I was like, are people always working the whole time of the day? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, Pucker and LOL. And Alan said cheers to Monica, and she said cheers back to Alan. I find out when you return to the dock, so hopefully, you'll find out. I don't know. I like to find out sooner than later. I mean, some people are fine waiting it out and everything, but hopefully, you'll find out, and then everything you'll know what to do and everything. Hopefully, everything turns out well. Well, you're in good shape there. Um, oh well, keep us updated for sure. Yeah, Vanessa definitely will. Heart monitor comes off next week. Erie, hoping for good results for you, Vanessa. And hint, hint, Alan. I'll have to look for this one next time I get to the bottle store. Yeah, now this is actually one I mentioned when it can. It says it was rotationally hopped, so it might be one of the ones that comes out at a limited point during the course of the year. But yeah, if you happen to see it, check it out. Never really thought at one point I would ever have a beer with yogurt in it, but they use yogurt in here and the vanilla extract. But yeah, I will say you get the strawberry coming through nicely on this one. You get a little bit of that the banana type feel, but overall it kind of meshes together to give a nice little tropical citrus bouquet of the flavor. The sour is just a no for me, LOL. I would try them based on your advice. Well, thanks, Vanessa. I mean, it's all about finding the different ones. You're not doing wrong. You got a fridge filled of dragon's milk and foreign extra stout. So you already know that's a good fridge to have right there. Yeah, no rush. I take at least a week to check out new friends. Work is busy. I work a lot of the day. Yeah, me too. I'm just usually today coming back after the holidays has been kind of crazy, and it's definitely been catching up. I actually get to work from home, and people are still trying to call me after I was already done for the day. It's like, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow there. Alan said the Erie Sour is one of my favorite styles of beer, hands down. I would guess that's got a nice creamy mouthfeel. Actually, on this one, it doesn't. So usually when you have something like lactose in there, it does give you the more creamy mouthfeel. But with this one, the way they have it ramped up with the carbonation, it does go down, but it's not as smooth as some of the other ones I've had because the carbonation gives more of a prickly type feel the way it's ramped up to this beer. So you got more of that prickliness happening than having more of a smooth type texture altogether with it. I would put the tartness of this level to something like lemon heads. Obviously, you're looking at a lemon flavor versus what this flavor is, but if you just look at the level of the bite of that tartness, this would be kind of like a lemon heads type feel in the beer. So if you like that type of tartness level, if you're one of those kids that love lemon heads, again, this is something that might be your jam, so to speak. Sometimes with sour beers, if I drink too many, I also get heartburn from it. So I don't know what's going on with that. Um, but that comes into play. Yeah, the yogurt and vanilla probably is a nice mouthfeel. I mean, it adds the flavor to the palate, so you do get that there. But whatever they have in there and the way they carbonated it, I just get that more coming through than that smoothness. Now I've had some that have like the lactose or like the milk sugar, and all kinds of stuff that adds that creaminess. This one just doesn't have it as much for me until like that carbonation settles, and then when the carbonation settle in, after that it goes pretty smooth. But that carbonation really punches you, and I don't know if you can see a lot of the. Let me switch to the other camera here. If you can see some of the carbonation or not taking place. Oops, wrong one. Let's try to do this camera. But it's got a haziness on it, so you can't really see in it as well. But when I actually look at it here and I look down into it, the bubbles are just popping right at the top as they're coming up. So it's got a steady stream of carbonation really in play with it that keeps it going. Hey, what's happening, Blake? Cheers, my friend. What is going on, brother? Great B&A show with you and Alan earlier today for the parts that I got to see. But I know it was solid all the way through because you guys are always solid all the ways through. Oh, Monica says like the Jack Daniels Green Apple LL. Nothing wrong with that. And that's got a nice little sour bite to it as well. So I haven't had the Jack Daniels Green Apple in a while. I haven't had any of the flavored whiskeys in a while now that I think about it. Um, I'm about due. I should have picked up, but I still haven't done it yet. And every time I see Jeremy, he pulls it out, that salted caramel Crown Royal that he has that he pulls up all the time. I do need to get that at some point if it's still out there. And then Monica said hello to Blake. And Yuri said hello to Blake. And Blake's getting all the love right now. And it looks like some tang in that glass. um, yeah, color wise, kind of tangish, so to speak. I guess you can say. Kind of a little tang appeal to it. It does have also a little bit of the remnants in there from fermentation. I don't know if you can see that down the bottom, but if you can see down right in the middle of the glass, there's like a little bit of orange like specks there, and that's actually some of the particles in there from the fermentation of everything. So occasionally you'll get that in some of these beers when they go ahead and they put them in the bottle or the can, and they're still kind of fermenting or so for the final part of the process, which is all good. Some people freak out over it. I'm like, no need to freak out over it. It's all solid. You'll be all right. I hear you just following your lead, bro. Smash that like. Well, thanks, brother. I'm following you, son. Following you. Blake said looks delicious, but that says buying the side of harness leather and Feb to make a batch of final form can holders. Looking forward to seeing those, Vanessa. The final masterpiece. Hey, what's happening, Tim? Cheers, my friend. Tim down there in South Kakalaka. Hope all is good. And happy New Year to you. I don't think I've seen you since New Year. So happy New Year, Tim, my friend. Yeah, that beer looks like it went to the moon tang. Tim says a little Vanessa and Blake as well. Alan back to Tim saying cheers. But yeah, it's a decent enough sour. Again, set your expectation. Know you're going to get that bitterness, that tartness, all that's going to come into play. But two good breweries, Stillwater and Hoof, they make good beers from the ones I've had. Hoof, I just started picking up recently. When I go to Columbus, it's easier for me to get it up there than down here, which I think I'm going to Columbus in the next month or so. And I'm going to definitely make a beer run and grab more Hoof beers. Stillwater, they've always make some good beers. They've been around for a bit too. I think Stillwater, if I want to say they're out of New York, because I was thinking New York or Maryland, but I believe it's New York. And yeah, Mount Vernon. Um, no, I'm sorry, Connecticut. Mount Vernon is where they distribute it to 12%. It's Mount Vernon, Connecticut. Stillwater always has some interesting cans because they're big into the artwork on stuff, so you never know really what to expect fully. But the beers that they put out are usually really solid. So I would definitely say check out Stillwater as well. The last 5 can holders are looking nice. I am using them constantly. Well, very good. That's awesome. You got the talent to do all kinds of stuff there, Vanessa. I'm jealous. It's awesome the stuff you're making. Oh, Monica. Gotta go. Boss is back. Hugs and blessings, y'all. Well, I'm glad you stopped in for a bit and definitely catch up with you soon here, Monica. Blake said hello to Vanessa. Gilbert's in the house as cheers, fools. Gilbert's in to spread his love for the Packers, I'm sure, as they are set to make their, I guess, game this upcoming weekend for the playoffs. With their former coach now being a Cowboy coach. Yeah, Gilbert's old coach is now Blake's new coach. You really get hit in the throat with this one too. That's where you really feel the tartness. You get the prickliness, like I mentioned, like on the tongue and kind of stuff, but it hits you like dead square in the throat on that flavor. And as it goes a little bit more now, I'm getting a little bit more of that banana also kicking in. Does it say where Stillwater is? Yeah, Stillwater is in. I don't think it might be Hartford. Let me check here. No, Stratford, Connecticut. So they're in Stratford, Connecticut. Blake said he went to Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley was in the running. They had him as one of the candidates, like of 7 or something. So somehow here they were talking about possibly Marvin Lewis, but I never saw anything that really showed Marvin was going to be a possibility. But so the people around here saying they were hearing Marvin's name for a while. I think Marvin's just fine in Arizona State now with Herm. So anybody else drinking anything tonight? Have to restart what, Gilbert? It says Stillwater brews at various breweries around country, wherever they buy time on their equipment. Yeah, Stillwater at one point. Oh, not drinking a thing. You're drinking probably coffee then. Erie. Stillwater might be like a gypsy type brewery that does that. It says Stillwater Artisanal, brewed and canned, Stratford, Connecticut, but they are distributed by 12% LLC out of Mount Vernon, New York. So I'm wondering if they've got a location now in Stratford, but for a while they were brewing at different spots. But I thought they settled in Connecticut. Still got some of the eggnog going. All right, it's not just for Christmas. Yes, sir. Fake Crown and Vanilla Coke Zero. A new taste crave. You need to come up with a name for that drink, Blake. You gotta come up with a name for it there. Like the Zero Crown or something. This is actually my first beer since I don't even know if I had a beer on Sunday. It might be since Saturday actually. I can't remember. I don't think I drank anything on Sunday. I don't usually drink every day though, but it does feel good after a couple days of getting my butt kicked at work, it seemed. What's up, Middle Fruit? Cheers. I'm drinking a tall end of a keg of homebrew spice pumpkin ale. Nice. Yeah, I know it's January. Don't judge me. Hey, hey, hey. You got to be you. You got to do you. You know, nothing wrong with that. People start drinking pumpkin in July when it comes out. I'm like, it's kind of early, but hey, if you like it, drink it. As long as your palate likes it, that's all that matters. Yeah, we'll start getting some of the other beers that come out here soon. Great Lakes has their chill wave about to come out, so I'm looking forward to getting that one. Hey, what's happening, Juggalo? Cheers, my friend. Hey, what's happening, Miscellaneous? Cheers as well. Another good new channel check out there. What's going on, man? I went out and got me the 3 really nice Imperial Stouts. Well, that's awesome. Which ones did you get, Miscellaneous? And then Blake says, cheers, Middle Fruit. Cheers, the Juggalo Posse. Pumpkin, everything is amazing. Some people can't get enough pumpkin. People do enjoy the pumpkin beers. And nothing wrong with that at all. And then cheers. And Juggalo, what up, Blake? I've got Terrapin Brewery Wake and Blake Coffee Oatmeal Imperial. Collaboration between Terrapin and Jittery Joe's 9.4. Nice. Terrapin, I've had a few of their beers, and they've been pretty decent. They get knocked on sometimes because they're also like under, I believe they're under AB and Bev. I know they're under one of the big ones, but I think it's AB and Bev. But I'm like, they still make some decent beers. Like I said, I'm not one to definitely cross the people out because of that. Um, I'll still give them a shot on some of their stuff they do. And Juggalos, Erie Magnets, what's up, y'all? And Erie says, sup, Juggalo. And Tim says, it is good, Erie. And hopefully you guys are all checking each other out. Check out Miscellaneous Magnets. So I got to catch up on your stuff, too. Juggalo. Blake has the stuff. Everybody out here's got some great channels. Tim's Brew. He does the Tim's talks and chats and stuff when he's drinking a beer. So make sure you guys check out everybody and show some love there too. Yeah, but I was messing initially with Streamlabs because I wanted to try some different things that they have set up on their channel. If you use that broadcasting software, and then it wasn't allowing me to see the chat come up like it should have been. So I would have had to pull up my phone and do it there, and it was just going to be a mess. And so I'm going to mess with that a little bit more. But there's some different things I want to play with on Streamlabs. Stream Elements with OBS does a decent job, like you're seeing here right now. But Streamlabs can bring a few more things to the table. Went out and got an Elysian, the Fixed Chocolate Coffee Imperial Stout. This brown GABF Silver Medal, 2013, 9%. Made in 2017. Nice. Elysian does some nice beers, and for the people that like pumpkin, Elysian, their Night Owl is one of my favorite pumpkin beers out there. So if you ever get a chance to check that one out and you like pumpkin, I would definitely say check out the Night Owl. And of course, their Space Dust is solid. Just about everybody knows their Space Dust. But they do some decent beers. Need to stock up on kegs before the Armageddon starts over in Iran. No politics here, yeah. Well, if you can't get kegs, make sure you got people in your crew that know how to brew beer. So, yeah, I was. I'm not gonna get into the whole political type stuff that I was watching earlier. Apparently, there were some rockets shot into one of the bases over there tonight as well. I don't think there was any casualties, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's kind of a crazy type thing right now, so we'll see what happens. But anybody else doing anything else down there drinking? Yeah, I got my. It'll be interesting. I work tomorrow, and then Thursday, my first time ever, I have jury duty. So that should be interesting. Anybody ever have jury duty before? Kind of figuring out what I need to expect. I can't bring any electronics. I can't bring my phone, I guess, into it, but you can bring stuff to read. So one of the things I'm planning to bring, because I've been reading this for a bit, but I want to read it some more, is the beer Bible. That baby is pretty thick. So I won't run out of stuff for reading material, that's for sure. So I'll be bringing that with me Thursday when I go. I never get picked, always wanted to, but usually get cut. Yeah, people were asking me if I want to try to get out of it. I'm like, I know, I kind of want to go through this thing and see what it's all about. And it's actually for the federal, so hopefully I do get picked into something good. Also got an Open Gate Brewery Guinness Collab Stock Ale, aged in bullet bourbon barrels, 10%. Blend of Imperial Stout and Barley Wine, both aged in bourbon. Yeah, so I have 4 of those as well. So I did get a 4-pack of that for this year. So I have that downstairs with the Guinness bullet bourbon barrel ones, which I'm going to be drinking one of those here the next few days, I think, because I really do want to taste that as soon as I can here. Grow your hair out. Don't wash it for a week. No more jury duty. I know, but see, Blake, you were trying to get out of jury duty. I'm not trying to get out of jury duty. One of my other, fascinations. I like a lot of stuff with legal type things and political type stuff and law and all that kind of stuff. So I'm interested in seeing how it goes. Was not was. Yeah, middle for me too. Yeah, I think just trying to diagnose a choppy feed has happened to others by any chance. There's a choppy feed coming through. I didn't know there's a choppy feed coming through. I wonder if OBS is draining more. I'll have to see what's going on. I'll have to go back and watch that. I'm back. I tell the cord I'm biased. Thanks, Siri. Got me some freezer rain in Canada, so I thought it might be it. Man, I'm having all kinds of issues happening with here. I made to check the computer. Everything is on the internet. It's into the Wi-Fi. Haven't had any issues with anything else. Yeah, so that is, well, that's kind of interesting. Good luck with it, bro. Just say guilty at the end of every case. So I'm just kidding. No, mine keeps skipping and freezing a bit. Thought it was just my internet. Man, seems like it's always something taking place. I wonder if this thing is like draining more from the computer or something. I'll have to see if I've got maybe too much stuff running. Something else to work on after it. I know when I do it on the StreamYard, I don't have any issues. Um, it might be something with OBS. Maybe check for an update here. Well, that does suck. Well, I think that being the case, I'm actually going to see if I can figure out what's going on here. I don't want to have like a choppy type feed or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see if it's something on this computer that may be causing an issue. Have it run a quick update. But thanks for everybody that tuned in. Make sure, like I said, if you haven't signed up yet for the Eclectic Beard, you click those dots next to his name, and then 9 o'clock, just under 15 minutes, we'll be over there. If you're into college football, or actually, we started out with college football, but it can go anywhere. So if you want to be entertained, definitely hook up his channel right there. Come over, have some fun with us, and then we're going to kick it there in about 14 minutes. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I'm going to see what's going on my computer, if it is my computer or if it's something with the feed. And I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.